Hi Libra, this is going to be your September 2020 forecast, your general total overview for September, for health, for career and finances, for love. You can apply this modified and clarified Celtic cross to any part of your life. It is good for the sun, rising, or moon sign of Libra. Just keep in mind it's a general reading, so it won't resonate with all of you. If you would like a personal reading that's just for you, book a private reading with me. The link to my website's in the description below. Also, check out my other channel called Soma Chandra Libra. I hyper focus on relationships over there, and it's Libra Nation. It's a channel just for Libra and Sagittarius and sometimes Cancer. So you definitely wanted to get into that collective too. If you're new to this channel, welcome, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. Subscribe to Soma Chandra Libra too. Like and share if you please. That would be helpful. All right, let's get into it for you. I see you guys spending a lot of time alone, maybe doing some reevaluation, coming to a level of acceptance about some things, being in a mode of discovery. I think you're trying to make a major choice and learn a lesson about something. But overall, September looks to be about spending a lot of time alone, searching your own soul, listening to your intuition, and nurturing yourself. I think this month will be all about you, Libra. From my Surrender to Now deck, 3 cards came out for you. Surrender the habit of people pleasing, surrender your ego, and surrender to silence. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Libras are known to be very diplomatic and very people pleasing. Sometimes we think if we please others enough, they will give us what we want or need in return. That only happens when there's equal give and take. So if you are in the habit of people pleasing, they want you to be true to yourself and your own happiness. And don't put someone else's happiness in front of your own, okay? Surrender your ego came out as well. Cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from the heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. I do notice the Six of Wands is here. So some of you are holding back from a person and trying to act as if. Well-deserved rewards are just that, well-deserved rewards, but your ego and the need to please someone and having a hard time keeping quiet in September might be difficult for you. This is just a challenge. We all have an ego. It helps us survive here on planet Earth. So cultivate gratitude and understand that having an ego can work against you, but humility is what will further your goals, okay? Humble, no people pleasing, surrender to yourself though, and surrender to silence in quiet meditation and contemplation. Let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. I do notice that in relationships, time out is here. So this might just be a month where you need to keep quiet and keep to yourself. The High Priestess and the Hermit are here as well for you. Also very quiet and spend a lot of time alone. That might be something that's a challenge for you. You need to surrender to it because when you let go and enter the stillness within, that's where replenishment and healing comes. Okay, Libra? So those 3 things are things you need to surrender to in September. For health, I use this color Oracle deck and it's so great. I got cayenne and orange. Build your confidence and nurture yourself. This will be a month of self-care. The better you take care of yourself, Libra, the better your confidence will be. Focus on your body, your health, your heart, your mind. You are meant to be building confidence. That means perhaps your confidence has been shaken in some way. It's time to nurture yourself. Others can only nurture us so much. If we do not nurture ourselves and build our own confidence, and we try to please other people to feed our egos, and we can't keep silent, that's when we start to have problems. Confidence and nurture come from within. Yes, they can be cultivated by relationships, but they come from your relationship with yourself. So surrender to these things as well, building your own confidence and nurturing yourself. Self-care will be the thing, okay? Meditation, time alone, surrendering to silence. As far as career and finances go, acceptance and discovery. So in regards to career and money, there might be some sort of a level of acceptance that you have to deal with. Or you might challenge whether or not you can accept the status quo. Some of you have had to accept that you are not able to work right now, or you're accepting a job title that you're not thrilled with, or the workload or something. There is a level of acceptance, but as you can see, I love this card. She's clutching this pie cutter, and her soul is saying, is this all you're cut out for? You know, It's okay if you have to do something right now. There is a level of acceptance that needs to be had in September. And if there's some sort of stasis or quietness in regards to career or getting a new job or an upgrade of some kind, it's just meant to be a time of discovery. Okay. The silence and no longer people pleasing and your ego is what you might have to accept if it's about career. And be in a mode of discovery, always in a mode of discovery about how to better yourself and your path towards your career and your financial status. Yeah, there might be more that needs to be discovered. And you'll have to ask yourself, am I willing to accept something? Relationship. I used two different oracle decks, and I don't know why I did. I haven't been for the other signs, but I did for you guys. This could be about a romantic relationship, a familial relationship, or a friend. I do have falling in love, kissing the divine in one another or in yourself. So a lot of you will be falling in love with yourselves. You may feel as though you're falling in love with another person, but I also have time out and yearning flipped into the reverse. Yearning is a longing for someone and an undesired separation and a pining. So you might be separated from someone that you have strong feelings for. You might even feel separated from yourself. I think you're just going to try not to yearn. And there is somewhat of a time out. Perhaps you are not with this person right now, or you need this time out to fall in love with yourself and stop yearning for things outside yourself. Awareness, contemplation, solitude, time alone. So there will be kind of a timeout in relationships, self-relationship or relationship with another person. The pig flew out of my Super Future Fortune Awesome deck. The pig is a fun card. Now, some of you are dealing with just someone that's a pig. Maybe you've been the pig. It's possible. I do have cross watchers here. So when the pig comes out, it's where we're pretty happy and satisfied with something right in the moment. But the message of it is don't gloat, don't get full of yourself because you're the head farmer right now, but you could be the bacon at any moment. So don't get too happy and too satisfied or up on your high horse or acknowledge if someone else is doing that to you. It could be just simply very momentary and ephemeral. Yeah, they want you to be aware of that. Some of these messages might resonate, maybe all of them do. It is a general reading, so take whatever applies and leave what doesn't behind. So at the center of it all, I got Judgment in reverse. This is Libra or Scorpio. Judgment is about a rebirth, an absolution that brings a freedom at a real crossroads, a huge choice to make. It's an absolute end that the choice you make moving forward will make way for the world, the last card in the major arcana, and a new beginning. When Judgment comes in reverse, it's where we're not really quite ready for that level of acceptance, and acceptance did come out. We might have a hard time making a choice about something. That's because self-doubt is what happens when Judgment comes in reverse, or we have a hard time hearing the inner calling, or we even ignore our own best judgment. So try not to ignore the inner calling and your own best judgment. If you're having a hard time hearing the inner call or absolutely knowing what you want in a situation, don't doubt yourself and try to quell that inner critic. This might be something that you're just not willing to accept. You're not willing to walk through that door just yet. It might be a lesson that you're trying to learn. And I do have the Wheel of Fortune driving you. So it's possible that you guys are, with the Wheel of Fortune in the upright and the Sun in reverse and Judgment in reverse, I suspect that for a few of you, you might repeat a cycle that you've already done before because you might be operating under a false impression and your ego might be getting in the way. If you have to repeat the cycle because you're just not sure what you want just yet, that's okay. It's not the wrong choice. It's just the choice that you'll make. But try to ignore that inner critic, okay? The catalyst for you this month is the Queen of Pentacles. This could be a challenge or something that will be a catalyst for change. I love the Queen of Pentacles. It is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. She's often a wife, a mother, or a married woman. She's definitely boss lady. This is very much about personal development. The Queen of Pentacles is very practical. So a challenge will be being practical, focusing on career, your health, yourself, your children, your family, making sure all work-home conflicts are in balance with self-care. She also does take care of others, but she also maintains a level of independence. So personal development and taking a nurturing, practical approach to yourself is going to be a catalyst for a lot of things for you this month, Libra. But she could also be a challenge. For me, you guys, anytime I get a tarot reading, I can never get this chick into the upright. I am often out of balance. And my reader's like, I don't think you're taking care of yourself, or maybe your kids aren't cleaning up enough around the house. You might be struggling with work home stuff. You might be ignoring personal development. So don't let that get in your way. For some of you, it might be a challenge because you cannot take care of everybody else and you need to take better care of yourself. So focus on the self, be practical, and focus on self-development and family and your obligations as well. The Queen of Pentacles is often obligated to something. She's often married, or she's very focused on her pentacles. She could be a business owner or something. Take the lead in your life. Create that practical environment for yourself and anyone else that's relying on you. But taking care of yourself and that personal development is most important, okay? If a level of commitment is an issue for you, make sure you have a heart-to-heart conversation with anyone else involved. And then this Queen of Pentacles is an asset and not a problem, unless it's someone else. You could be dealing with an earth sign that's an issue for you. It'll be different for each of you. What's driving you? The Wheel of Fortune and the Sun in reverse. The Sun, even in reverse, is the most positive card in the deck. Lighten up, Libra. Make sure you operate out of a place of clarity. I like that the wheel's in the upright. Big changes coming for you. Destiny, karma, luck is on your side when you have stress tolerance. I think you guys are trying to focus on the right things for the right reasons and just go with the flow. Make sure you're not playing out a karmic cycle, though, because the sun is in reverse here. And based on some of the other oracle cards, for some of you, it's like, look, the sun is going down on something for me. I love it in this deck. It's so beautiful. These cards are beautiful. The sun might be going down. You might be operating with a lack of clarity, though. So don't be overly optimistic, nor should you be too pessimistic. When optimism and pessimism are not equal, which the sun suggests, that could be ego getting in the way, not enough clarity, more light would need to be shed on a situation. And you do need to lighten up. It's not the moon. The sun in reverse is not the moon in the upright. Just make sure you're heading into your future with clarity. Let your inner child come out a little bit and try to stay light. Operate with clarity, okay? In the recent past, 3 cards came out here for you as well. Ace of Swords in reverse, 7 of Swords in reverse, and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. I think that there was a cycle that started, and when it got past a turning point, your sense of identity or someone else's sense of identity came into question, because the 7 of Swords can speak to betrayal or lies even, or being flexible and adaptable and being the lone wolf. I think it was perhaps a situation that you couldn't have a breakthrough with. You couldn't have clarity. Your judgment was clouded about yourself or a person you were involved with or a cycle that you were in. And you might have caught yourself or another person in some way. And it's like, I kid myself. I don't want to kid myself. I don't want to cheat myself. It might have been something that was being explored with the Page of Pentacles. Like this can be, the Page of Pentacles is often a manifestation of something in the 3D or a financial opportunity or a skill development. So it could have been a job. It could have been a relationship. You could have held this in very high regard. This was something you really wanted to explore and manifest. But for whatever reason, I think that you or a person around you couldn't be flexible or adaptable. You could have caught yourself or someone else in some kind of dishonesty. Maybe you cut them off. And it began the process of learning from failure. The Page of Pentacles does procrastinate. He does lack progress, but we learn from failure. This could have been a person around you that just procrastinated and it lacked progress with. And I think at this point, moving into September, you're like, I don't know. I'm a Queen of Pentacles, and I really am riding this Wheel of Fortune here. This might be what the sun's going down on. What you're thinking about all the time. 6 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles. This might be a person kind of ignoring you that has an ego that's kind of curmudgeonous and holds back to a degree. But if you're not dealing with, I think if you are dealing with a person like that, I think your guides are telling you, hold your head high, act as if, you don't need to stoop to anyone else's level, watch for communication and ego, you don't need to be on your high horse, but you do deserve to be recognized and rewarded for your achievements in life. Focus on what you do achieve. I see your guides saying, put yourself out there, chin up, hold your head high, you will have success, you do deserve recognition. and you deserve to have self-confidence if you've earned those things. And keep your pentacles for yourself. You might not have that much to give right now. You might be needing to hold back with something. Sometimes the Four of Pentacles holds back and yet it holds on. So try not to restrict your heart chakra. This guy doesn't look too terribly happy here, but you might just need to sail off and hold your head high in a situation and keep what pentacle foundation you have for yourself, okay? Just make sure you're not restricting your heart chakra. Don't be afraid to open up, and watch communication too, because the Six of Wands is usually a parade. That parade does end. We do have to get off the horse and mingle amongst the commoners, but you do deserve to be praised for what you have achieved and earned. I think that's what you're trying to tell yourself here. And I think with the Four of Pentacles here, it's I can't give it all away because I'm not really sure what I want yet, and I'm trying to take a practical approach and go for expansion. The wheel is Jupiter and it's expansion. What's coming in for you? The Lovers and the Two of Wands in reverse. I see this as self-love. The Lovers is Gemini. The Lovers is love and relationships and total value alignment. But the Two of Wands in reverse is where we're not quite ready to make a decision to move forward. So make sure you're in a mode of discovery, but this might be where we're like, look, you're kind of like, look, I really need to get into alignment with myself and do this waltz with myself. The Two of Wands in reverse is about personal goals. It also might be a person who lacks a mutual interest and you're like, I'm here to be the lovers. I'm feeling it. And that other person is like, I'm not even seeing it. I'm a little afraid of the unknown. I need more information, mostly about myself. But I see this as about self-love and coming into alignment with yourself. And the reason I think that is because you see yourself in September as the Hermit and the Ten of Swords in reverse, Virgo energy. I see you really searching your soul here with the Hermit, doing introspection. This is the solo spirit walk where we spend time alone. I love that. He's on a bridge, bridging a gap here for yourself, searching your soul about some things, moving forward in your life. And I see that you're trying to heal from something. Make sure you're not avoiding an inevitable painful ending. Sometimes we pull back and retreat because we're afraid of a painful ending that's coming, and we don't want that to happen. Make sure you're not doing that, because I am seeing some cards of holding back, holding on, and kind of ignoring. So make sure you're not doing that just because you're convinced it's the Lovers. If it was the Lovers, it wouldn't be Judgment in reverse. So if you're doing that, try not to. But I think a lot of you will just be spending time alone. And it's this defiance over the defeat. You know, it's always darkest before the dawn. The Seven of Swords is we're in a mode of recovery from something that hurt. I like that. It's a time to nurture yourself and build your confidence. And energy around you. This could be a friend, family member, or romantic partner. This person sees themselves as the Four of Swords in reverse. Well, they've thought about this long enough. This suggests a level of stagnation for this person and burnout. This person's in deep contemplation and they're kind of exhausted. They might have been on a break from you for a while and they're trying to slowly rejoin the world. But I don't know how much work they can put into the relationship at this time. The Eight of Pentacles is in reverse is their feelings for you. This person might not be working. They might be having issues with finances right now, or they either overinvest in work or they overinvest in something because they expect perfection, or they're not investing in it. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse also is about personal development. So they might feel the need to work on themselves because they're a little exhausted and burnt out. It also can indicate that we work on something because we've got nothing better to work on, like a misdirected activity. Emotionally, this person can't put work into it at this time. Their action towards you, Ten of Pentacles in reverse to the Star in reverse. This person might be having financial issues. They might be getting out of a serious relationship with you or someone else. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse is the darker side of wealth. This person might be disassembling their karmic empire or struggling with that in some way. They might be going through some financial failures or loss. Again, they could be getting a divorce, or they simply don't. This person might just be kind of burnt out right now and not really want to put work into a long-term relationship. But this usually indicates an ending of some kind, or they can't bring this stability with you at this time. and the star in reverse. Some of you are dealing with an Aquarius. This person lacks faith. They're learning to trust themselves. They feel somewhat disconnected in September. They might even be feeling despair. They're not feeling very positive and motivated and free. They can't feel that renewal within themselves and therefore with you. They might have lost some faith or hope in some way with you, with themselves. Usually the star is about someone on their own, and they're having a hard time feeling this positivity and freedom with you or with anyone else, if I had to guess. So they're learning to trust themselves. They appear to be healing from something, perhaps with you, perhaps from another part of their life. It'll be different for each of you because this could be a different relationship for each of you. The way you're feeling, Libra, I like this. The Five of Swords in reverse to the High Priestess. You don't want to fight. You definitely don't want to fight. You're also not willing to fight through changes. Sometimes, well, the Five of Wands in reverse is conflict avoidant. The Five of Swords in reverse is more about knowing that you might be hanging on to some past resentment. In some situations, you may want to make amends and reconcile, but at the very least, you just aren't willing to fight through something to win at all costs. And you're being the High Priestess. In this deck, she goes off by herself alone to search her soul, listening to her intuition. She often has a secret. She keeps her own counsel. I think you feel the need to be quiet and keep your own counsel, keep your plans to yourself and not fight. I think this is like, I'm walking away from the drama. I'm not doing this with you. I can't. I don't think you want to open up emotionally. I think you, with the Hermit and the High Priestess here, I think you're healing from something. I think it's difficult for you to fight through the changes, or you're hanging on to some past resentment from some changes that were hard, that were about conflict. And now I think it's got you more in touch with your divine feminine, because the High Priestess is Libra or Pisces. Getting into that divine feminine power and just trying to figure out what your intuition is telling you about some things in September. It will help with this level of acceptance. I see this as part of that nurturing and confidence process, because the High Priestess is confident to walk away and keep her own counsel, wanting that total alignment of the lovers and focusing on personal goals, or just letting another person go. You know, if they're walking away or they're not walking towards you, I think you might be walking away and needing some time alone. I think you're not ready to move forward in a news cycle. I think you're trying to wrap up some other things. We're ending on the Two of Pentacles in reverse. I actually like the Two of Pentacles when it comes in reverse. The Two of Pentacles is where we have multiple priorities. Time management is a thing. We're prioritizing well. We're very flexible. We're very adaptable. We don't really make room for emotions in our lives, but we keep our balls in the air. We juggle a lot. In September, this will be a time of reprioritizing for you. You may realize you've been overcommitted in some situations. You may feel a bit disorganized. You may struggle with being flexible or adaptable. When we drop all the balls, it just gives us a chance to make room for another one. You also might be tired of trying to figure something out practically in the 3D, and it might be something you've been hanging on to for a while. And I think in September, you're just going to be like, I really just need to search my soul about this. There's clearly some things that are triggering me, that I'm hanging on to some past resentment about. I need to get over this pain. I need to go with this flow with the Wheel of Fortune and allow for the expansion. So in relationships, definitely love yourself first. Continue to try to curb that yearning feeling, because it might just be a time of solitude and time alone, so you can become more aware of yourself and figure out if you're the pig or you're the bacon and what really makes you happy. Watch for this level of acceptance. You might be comfortable with this only for so long. You might just have to accept things the way they are for you, career and finance wise, because where you are, if you've plateaued in any way with your career or finances, it's just meant to give you an opportunity for discovery. Okay. Definitely work on building your confidence and nurturing yourself. Surrender to this silence in September within. Surrender that ego. And remember, you have to please yourself before you can please others. Okay, Libra? So that's your September forecast. It looks pretty good. I hope it resonates with you and I hope it helps you. Book a private reading with me if you would like to work with me personally. The link to my website's in the description below. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Libra. Take care of yourselves. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.